Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is MegaShadowFist, and welcome back to Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. And when we last left off, we had just started the third case, if you will, case 5-3. We also finished the special case because we're going in chronological order, so the DLC case has been finished. And we're going to start that, but before we get into that, I just wanted to respond to a couple comments, or at least one comment anyway. Joying, anyway, had a couple comments that he had to say about the previous case. Apparently, it reminded him of case 2-3. If you guys remember, case 2-3, that was when, That's when, that was Turnabout Big Top. I think that's like the least favorite... The majority opinion is least favorite case in all of Ace Attorney history. But, it's about, there's a very muscular guy whose like a friend died by accident. Someone that they care about died by accident, and they ended up killing somebody that they didn't mean to. And, anyway, I'm not quite sure that made any sense. But they also, what else did they say? Oh, they said, Joying also said that, this case that we're doing now, case 5-3, is apparently everyone's favorite case. Like, the majority opinion is that this is the best case in the game, so I'll take that into consideration. Also, Venus Edgeworth asked why I started case 5-3 in the previous recording session, not this one. It's because I didn't feel like sitting through the cutscene at the beginning of this episode. Anyway, let's go and continue. Over slot 2, it looks like. We're not continuing. How do you continue over? Load this Adius, please. Wow, this place has school festival written all over it. Literally. But why all the cold stares? Is it because everyone's in a school uniform except me? Well, I like the way I dress, plus you're not a student anymore. Wonder where Mr. Wright and Apollo are. Of course, they probably don't know that. Your attention, please. This isn't... Of course, actually, usually, like, when I think of this, like, when this stuff like this happens, usually it's like a female voice, right, generally speaking. That's, like, if you don't know, like, for, like, voice acting and everything, like, how, like, when, like, lines are recorded for, like, like, automated things, like, please step back as the doors are closing for whatever, usually they prefer a female voice for whatever reason. Anyway. But I don't know what female voice to use. This is an announcement from the Mock Trial Committee. The mock trial will begin shortly. All students and faculty, please proceed at once to the lecture hall. Thank you. Okay. Sounds like a mock trial is about to start. But where's this lecture hall? Okay, we have a waiting room. Machiite, that's the Japanese word for machiite. It's a waiting room in Japanese. A mock trial school festival. Looks like all the students and faculty are heading that way. Might as well join them. Maybe I'll find Mr. Wright and Apollo there. Guilty dogs, really? Alright. October 24th, 1:33 p.m., Themis Legal Academy, 3rd floor, lecture hall. This must be the lecture hall. Wow, they spent some serious money on this place. The district court can't even compete. Hey, Athena, over here. I don't know. This is probably Apollo. Hey, Athena, over here. Yeah. Ah, Mr. Wright, Apollo. I've been looking for you two. I'm so sorry I'm late. It's okay. Sorry we couldn't wait for you. But we didn't want to be late for our meeting. Lucky for you. The person we're supposed to meet also seems to be running late. Mr. Wright and Mr. Rust, it seems Professor Court has yet to arrive. I don't know who this is. Oh, okay. Like, this is a person who, under normal circumstances, I would give the wise sage voice to if it weren't for the fact that the judge already has a wise sage voice. So, I want to give him a deeper voice. He seems like a nice, burly, manly man. Like he's like the son of Zeus. No, he is Zeus. Zeus confirmed, 2072. What am I talking about right now? Anyway. That was me just stalling for time trying to come up with a voice, and that didn't quite work out. Let's see. I think I'm just going to give him the Mr. Donovan voice. Why not? How unprofessional for to keep visitors... Oh, hold on. Okay, Godot's like this. Mr. Donovan's like this. How unprofessorial of her to keep visitors to our esteemed institution waiting like this. Actually, I'm going more into like... Well, actually, no, it's not quite Dr. Crab level. Because Dr. Crab is just a deeper version of the Mr. Donovan voice, which is a deeper version of the Godot voice, which I've already explained. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh. I shall make her right. I will not. Oh, who do we have here? Oh, right. You haven't been introduced yet. Ah, yes. You must be the young lady Mr. Wright was telling me about. I'm not doing the Mr. Donovan voice. Aristotle means? Really? Okay. Actually, I could do this voice. I am Aristotle Means, a professor at this hallowed hall of learning. I oversee the lawyer course here. It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm Athena Cykes. I just recently got my attorney's badge myself. It's nice to meet you too. How wonderful! So vigorous and vivacious. Vivacious, you just earned yourself a gold star. Oh, okay. Wow, thanks! That big smile of his is kind of scary, though. Seriously. Looks like mock trial is about to begin. What are we gonna do about our meeting? Oh, speaking of mock trial, do either of you know what it's about? Oh, but I thought we had sent a pamphlet to your office. Right, the pamphlet. Whatever happened to that? You won't be seeing it again. Juicy used it for the old rip it up and restore it trick. Unfortunately, it didn't work as advertised. Oh, okay. So, like, at first I thought, like, Themis was just being, like, silly. But no, he's like, oh, yeah, whatever happened to that? Okay. Well, it seems I had better explain the situation, then. Thank you, Professor. Alright. First and foremost, are you aware that I'm a lawyer? What magnificent presentation technique! Both your timing and speed were impeccable. Speed? You mean speed's important when presenting evidence, too? Absolutely! The speed and approach angle theorems are the first things we teach here. I believe Mr. Wright and others like him already make extensive use of them. You do, boss? Well, to some degree, I guess. It never even crossed my mind. This lawyer thing is deeper than I thought. We have to be careful. Athena is very easily corruptible, it seems. My brand new shiny badge, it shows that I'm a lawyer. Except it doesn't. It shows that I'm a lawyer, Athena. Themis Legal Academy. Now, does anyone have any questions? I do, Professor. Could you tell me about your school? What an excellent question. Here's a gold star for asking. Please don't smile. I'm probably gonna have to get used to it, eh? Our academy has 3 courses to choose from. That's it? That's actually kind of limited, actually. Okay. Students seeking to be lawyers take the lawyer course. Likewise. Budding prosecutors take the prosecutor course, and future judges the judge course. I mean, well, actually, technically, you don't have to be a lawyer or prosecutor to be a judge. Like, you can just go and, like, I believe the position of judge is actually appointed. Like, it's voted. Like, you vote for it, I believe. But at the same time, you know, I feel like this is a very weird way to set things up. Like, I mean, sure, you might want to be a judge. I think it's best to become, like, a lawyer or prosecutor first before you get into things so that you can understand, I don't know. Whatever. Whoa! You have everything here for someone who wants to seriously pursue a career in law! I mean, sort of. Yes, well, that makes our school special today even more so. After all, we are to be treated to a lecture by the legendary attorney Phoenix Wright. Yeah, I don't think that Phoenix is like, honestly, Phoenix should not be doing this. Like, cause like, when you think about it, Phoenix really, like, he's a good lawyer and all, but like, his style of lawyering is something that only very few people can get away with doing. Like, you cannot be like a normal person and try to do things Phoenix Wright style. You will lose. Only a select few people can get away with it. We can't wait to hear all about his return to the legal profession. You're giving a lecture, Mr. Wright? But you're not even a professor! Wasn't Athena the person that said that at the... Okay. Maybe I'm making things up. Yeah, well, I'm just giving them what they want. Today's plans. Did you even know you were meant to be giving a lecture here today? Yes, sort of. But I came early because I was supposed to have a meeting with the head of the judge course, Constance Court. Really, Constance Court? Not to be confused with Constance Wu, the actress. It's been a whirlwind of a morning. Let's leave it at that. Professor Court. She is a wonderful instructor, but quite unpunctual. Oh, so that's who's late. From what I've heard, our esteemed Mr. Wright here is scheduled to hold a training seminar tomorrow, in addition to today's lecture. A training seminar? For lawyers? What exactly does that involve? Why, it involves the various skills that makes a lawyer a lawyer. The arm angle when shouting, "Objection!" The proper way to strike the podium. How to project one's voice. And most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. You have to add that, okay, so, it's supposed to be, okay, it's not supposed to be like a right angle when you point out. It's supposed to be slightly elevated. Let's say about a 15-degree angle when you point out for your objection. What else is there? Let's see. The proper way to strike the podium. Both hands, or you can do like Clavier Gavin style, where you like smack the wall. In either case, though, don't do it in front of Miss Vasquez because she hates that. How to project one's voice? Just do chords of still. I am fine over and over and over again. And most importantly, how to bluff your way to victory. Well, we already know how to do that. Huh? Who exactly do you want me to teach stuff like that to? Who do you want me to teach stuff like that to again? What a wonderful question! You just earned yourself a gold star! The great honor of taking a seminar by a famous lawyer and a famous prosecutor. Prosecutor? It has to be Gavin. That is what is at stake at this mock trial, the crown jewel of the school festival. The mock trial. The mock trial in question is a prestigious event that every student aspires to win. The top student in the lawyer course and the top student in the prosecutor course face off in a simulated court case set in this very school. As for the case itself, we select the best script written by a judge course student and base our course on that. Oh, a one-on-one battle? How thrilling! Intent. So, if the student studying to be a lawyer wins, they get to take my training seminar. But what if the other student wins? I'm not a prosecutor, so they meet Clavier Gavin. There's no cause for alarm. We have a famous prosecutor ready for just such a case. But exactly who it is, well, that is a special surprise unless you played Ace Attorney, unless you played Apollo Justice, in which case you already know who it is. Well, actually, hold on. The thing is, like, since I'm playing on on the iPhone version, we're able to see like the case art before we're able to see the case art before we complete the case, whereas in older games, the older like DS games, you see the case art, you unlock the case art after you beat the game, or after you beat the whatchamacallit. So I'm not quite sure if you would be able to see Clavier Gavin or not in the 3DS version or not when you select the court case or not. I don't know if I'm making any sense. A famous prosecutor? No, it can't be. No, it's not Blackwell. Professor Moons, forgive me for interrupting you and your guess. Is this, court? No, it's, whatchamacallit. Yeah, Junie. Let's see, Junie we gave her the, whatchamacallit. You might say, why aren't you surprised? Well, she was also in the picture, so I knew. She just wasn't dressed the same. Juniper Woods, we gave her the, Rita voice. I'm Juniper Woods, a senior in the judge course. Professor, the trial will begin shortly. Since you'll be delivering the pre-trial speech, would you mind waiting up in the balcony until we're ready for you? My, how very organized you are, Juniper. You just earned yourself a gold star, too. I wonder if he's a murderer or not. Like, I don't know. He's gotta be, right? Like, gold stars, that's like gold on the ceiling. It ain't mine, just a matter of time. But he's just like, he's too preppy. He's got to be the killer. You see that thing on his on the side of his like right nipple, that little like chess piece thing or whatever. It's supposed to be like like a lawyer, like the like a weight, like a scale thing. But if you look at it, it looks like someone screaming. That means that he's the murderer. And let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, I'm being very facetious with these whatchamacallits. I don't know. But what about Professor Court? Well, I suppose she'll eventually arrive. Now then, just you'll look after your visitors, Juniper. Yes, of course, Professor Means. Juniper? Juniper Woods, is that you? Then, Athena? Or I guess she's about to say Athena. Like, she removed the A, that's like her nickname. Athena? I almost didn't recognize you. I didn't know you were back from Europe. Wait, you two know each other? Now that's a coincidence. We've known each other since we were kids. We're like best friends, right, Junie? Yes. Well, we live close to each other, so we used to play in the forest together. Yeah, like a lot. Why would she look at me? I guess I shouldn't be surprised since we haven't seen each other in a long time. Anyway, we're supposed to go wait in the waiting room, right? Not that I wouldn't mind taking in the mock trial you're putting on today. Unfortunately, the mock trial is only for students and faculty. There's one seat reserved for Mr. Wright, but no other exceptions are allowed. Alright, whatever. Yes, I'm very sorry, but it is part of the student curriculum after all. I hope you won't mind remaining in the waiting room until the trial concludes. Oh, that's too bad. I was hoping to learn something new today. I'll tell you what, Apollo. Why don't you take my place? What? Really? Sure. Besides, I'd like to meet with Professor Court as soon as she gets here. Aw, no fair! I want to see the mock trial too! Sorry, I'm gonna let Apollo pull what little rank he has. Kinda, okay. If it's okay with Professor Means. But of course, Mr. Wright, if that is what you wish. It's settled then. We'll expect a full and detailed report, Apollo, so pay attention. I wonder who the murderer is gonna be if we've met them yet. Cause like, Means, like he's the type of person who, under basic Ace Attorney logic, would be the murderer. But I feel like that might be a bit too obvious. I don't know. Something about that smile, man. It's creeping me out. Being the new kid sure stinks. If you would please follow me, I'll escort you down to the waiting room on the first floor. October 24th, 2:15 p.m. Themis Legal Academy, first floor, waiting room. Still no Professor Court. It's been over 30 minutes. She's dead, and Mr. Wright snoozing away on the sofa. This is so boring. I should have hid in the lecture hall and spied on the mock trial. Oh yeah, because we're doing this from... What was that? Since we're doing this from Athena's point of view, we don't get to see it, huh? October 24th, Themis Legal Academy, first floor, hallway. Athena? I could have sworn I just heard something fall down and break. If you go running now, they'll think it was you. Well, it wasn't me! I think it came from somewhere outside! Oh. Well, we better go have a look, seeing as everyone else is in the lecture hall. Okay! 67th School Festival. October 24th, Themis Legal Academy. Outdoor stage. Is this stage for some sort of concert? It kind of reminds me of a courtroom. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.